Now, over the course of the next couple videos, I think we're going to start to see that second and third domino begin to fall, because the initial wars have already kind of disrupted this world. Now to see exactly who loses most of their military and what civs try to vulture off their dying empire. Now, before I jump into all the wars and everything that's happening, I did something with two of the civs, 2 out of the 3 of the civs. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to just give them a settler somewhere out here, because there's not much land left. So when it came to Venice and the Netherlands, I'm not going to give them a settler somewhere randomly in Africa so that their capital's, somewhere like not really exactly supposed to be there. It wouldn't be a true start location, really, if that was the case. And plus, the biggest issue that I had, so I deleted both of those civs. They're gone from the game because, and the biggest issue I had was that it was keeping Paris and Germany from going to war, because you had Netherlands troops all throughout this region here, as well as the same thing with the Venetian guys. You had troops separating possibly Greece from going to war with someone like Austria, or Byzantium going to war with Austria. So it was just, it was really impacting the game there, so I had to take these guys out. Don't worry, I will definitely do another campaign like this with all 43 civs, because that's really, I know a lot of people want to see that as well. I'm telling you, this is going to be, though, I'm just going to throw it out there. I mean, I'm excited. I'll do that at some point in the future, but I'm willing to bet money, honestly, that this one's going to be a little bit more exciting. And you'll see, just trust me, in a few videos from now, by the end of this game, it is going to be, I would say, a lot more exciting. And the only reason why I didn't do the 43 civ one was because when a civ blobs out in the Americas, there's nothing that there's nothing that the rest of the world can do about it, because the AI sucks at naval invasions. It sucks. So let's say we have, and more than likely it would be Brazil, since there's not that many civs that start off in South America. It would be Brazil because of their awesome, unique ability to their to the tourism. So they'd obviously win a cultural victory more than likely. If they were to wipe out the Mayan, then, who's going to stop them, honestly? I mean, actually, the Mayans don't even pose a threat because they're going to be behind these mountains here. So it would be just Brazil, blobbing out, and the rest of the world really couldn't do anything. And that's one of the big reasons why I didn't want to do any of the American civs also, is just because you have one guy blobbing out, whether it's the Shoshone, the Iroquois, or the U.S., no one else is going to stop them from Europe or Asia or Africa. I mean, that's just the sad part of Civ 5, is that the AI sucks at naval invasions and naval/land invasions. Plus, by that point, by the time they're able to travel across the deep sea, they wouldn't be able to do anything anyways, because the AI that had controlled most of this land would be just way too powerful. Now, I might need to just include a little bit more civs out here in the northern and southern America for that future campaign, with about with all the civs, just so that's, because the biggest problem with all the AI only battles is that the American civs dominate because they've got so much land. So that's an issue. That's kind of why I don't. That's kind of why I did it like that. So, anyways, those two are gone, and they will have some redemption. But Assyria, I was pretty mad at Assyria for a long time, because for 20 turns, Assyria had the possibility of being able to move their settler. Their settlers start off on this tile right here, on this in this desert hill. And for it was maybe, I don't know if it was 20 turns, I think it was about 14 turns, they kept it right there. And they could have literally moved 2 tiles north, and they would have been able to find a spot out. But they didn't do that until now, where the cultural borders have expanded enough between Babylon and Persia, where they popped out their settler. Now, I could have waited for that to happen with both the Venetian settlers as well as the settlers from the Netherlands, but that would have affected the game too much. It would have affected a possible war between Germany and France, and France is a big powerhouse. People are underestimating France. I don't see too many people talking about France too much. France is powerful. I want to put my money out there right now. Look at the boats that they have. France is powerful. I don't want to mess with that. And Germany is obviously very powerful as well. So I did not want to stop that, as well as, I mean, Venice didn't have much of a start, didn't have much of a chance anyways in this game. But I knew that, it's not like I forgot that it's not like I had forgotten that Venice had, their unique ability was to convert city-state. I knew that from the very beginning, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna disclude I don't even know if that's a word. I'm not going to not include Venice just because, you know, their unique ability relies on city-states. Because I wouldn't want to see that comment in the section below like, oh, you know, why didn't you try Venice? It would have been fun just to see how good Venice did. You know what I mean? So that's what would have killed me. Is like, yeah, I did kind of want to see just how well Venice did. Obviously, they'd only have one city, but still. Okay, so boom. Carthage's city in South Africa has been captured by the Zulu, but do not forget about the Carthaginian navy. They are coming hard, and they have their unique units as well. Oh man, this is going to be good. However, the Zulu have a lot of archers here. Oh, and the Zulu also have one of their MPs. Oh baby, they've got a few of those MPs. That's what I'm talking about, Zulu. I'm such a heavy like Zulu fan. I'm so excited for them to see just exactly how good they're going to do in this campaign. Wow, that's really great. But as I was saying, yeah, so but Assyria did find a way to pop out, and bam, they're going to settle their city. I hope. If they don't, then I don't even know what to say. Obviously, this city couldn't be settled, but this guy, he hasn't been moving. I don't know exactly what that problem is. There might be an issue with the AI where, because maybe it's a true start location mod, they just don't move their starting settler. This is their starting settler here. This is the deity settler that that was added. That's why he moved around. I'm not sure if there's some sort of weird bug there, but he's not moving. So it's only because he got popped out is the reason why he was moved over this way. So I don't know. We'll see. Russia has denounced the Huns. Remember, Russia was able to withstand. Well, not really. They weren't able to withstand, but they still have their empire. They still have 2 cities left, and they should be just fine. Sweden is continuing to move up north in northern Asia, and Poland is continuing to expand. Poland needs to be very, very afraid of the Huns. The Huns are nothing to be messed with, but the wild card here are the Ottomans. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, you know, the Ottomans only have 2 cities, but damn, the Ottomans are strong. The Ottomans are really, really strong, and I'd be afraid of that. I think Persia might be going down. Persia has kind of a big coalition against them. You've got Babylon in their western front, as well as India in their eastern front. That's going to be complicated. I believe they're also at war with Carthage. I'm sorry, Byzantium. Oh, Zulu and Carthage made peace. Okay, so Zulu kicked out the Carthaginian city, and now they're good. Actually, you know what? I bet you Carthage might have been able to take that back, but I guess not. So I'm hoping for the Zulu now. I'm hoping that the Zulu do not stop here. Continue to move up north, buddy. All right? Trust me. If you take out Ethiopia now, which is probably your best bet, then you really should. Do you have any access to iron? I don't see much access to iron. Yeah, I don't see much access to iron. Well, that's okay. I mean, obviously, I see that Ethiopia has some swordsmen. I don't know if their MPs require... The MPs are, I believe, a replacement to their spear units. So that's the whole thing. I believe... Yeah, there's nothing going on in this area. My eyes are set on both the Ottomans and France. And it's... yeah, like I said, both people haven't really been taught. Okay, there it goes. That's what we thought. That's what we figured in the 4th video. We thought that Poland were starting an attack on Denmark. This would be really, really interesting if they were to kick out Denmark from most of the Scandinavian region. If they were just left with Copenhagen, what does that mean for Sweden? And what does that mean for the rest of the Scandinavian region? Ooh, and also, now where do the Huns go? The Huns have a very big army. They practically didn't lose anything from that Russian war. They're still very, very strong. So what do they do? Now, as the Polish army continues to move north in their war against the Scandinavian country of Denmark. I don't know why I said that so weird, but I'm just saying, there are no units down here to protect Polish lands. Carthage and Morocco have remained friends. Now, remember, Persia does have their immortals up, so those are okay units. I believe they heal. I'm not sure exactly. Something about healing. I can't remember exactly their abilities, but they do heal somehow pretty good. How's Mongolia doing? Okay, we also have the spread of, we have Japanese missionaries spreading Shintoism up, I think, towards the Mongolian Empire. It's actually very good. Well, it's not really very good, but it's going to make the game a little bit more complicated in terms of religion in the East, since both Korea and Japan got up their own religion. If you watched my Japanese True Start Location Earth map playthrough, you'll remember that there were no religions in the eastern part of this world, so I was able to grab so many cities, and that was the only reason why I was an okay empire, was because my religion was so dominant. But because Korea got up their own religion, it complicates things, as well as Siam. Siam also has Buddhism. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Carthage is technically still at war with, well, Carthage did take here. Carthage did take one city from Songhai, which is interesting. Also, Memphis got taken by Babylon. I forgot to mention that. Memphis was taken over, and it wasn't taken over. I don't think it was because of, that was because of a peace deal, I believe. I might be smoking crack there. You guys know. Okay. Okay, Alexander declaring war on Carthage. I believe it was because of a peace deal. As you see, I don't think, yeah, Memphis still has a population of 7. That's pretty damn good. I think Egypt got freaked out and said, hey, just take the city and you're good. So Babylon's going to be strong. Babylon's going to be really, really strong. I don't think Carthage is going to take the capital of Songhai over, but we'll see. It does complicate some things. Now, who declared war on who? Oh, Dido declared war on Alexander. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Now, Carthage has a very big navy, and they happen to be a little bit in the Mediterranean, as well as a little bit are in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, and Porto has been founded. Oh, man. Oh, man. Portugal managed to get out that settler. That was such an interesting story because France settled Lyon. Wow. I believe my pronunciation is way off with that, but wow. Okay, they're going to have access to a lot of copper, but it's here's the thing. Until we get into the era of maybe the Renaissance era and people, start to discover the embarking, until the civs, I guess, start to be able to discover deep sea sailing and stuff like that, France has the only opportunity here of colonizing, like Canada and North America. North America. France is looking even stronger than before because now they've cut off the world practically. I mean, I'm sure their borders will expand eventually so that unless you have open borders with France and Napoleon, you're not going to be able to get through. So, wow. France is so much stronger than they look on the surface. But will the AI take that advantage to them? Now, do they have a scout out here? They did have a scout beforehand. I don't see any sorts of scouts this way. So, I don't know. They might not even know about this land. Who exactly knows? They might, but I don't know. And we also have to worry about Iceland. Iceland will probably get settled at some point now that Greenland has been taken over. But wow, Napoleon has so much power than we actually think. But will he use it? Will the AI be smart, and is he actually going to use it? Napoleon has entered the medieval era, so he's going to have a full era, more than likely. I don't think a lot of the civs have made it to the medieval era just yet, but he's going to have a full era to possibly start to colonize Canada and maybe the eastern U.S. How interesting would that be? As well as look at the fleet that they carry inside of Orleans. Wow, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Harun al-Rashid has built the Oracle. It's going to grant him another policy. And I believe this is a religious building for Korea. I think off the top of my head, I believe it is. Germany is not very, they only have one city, but they have a lot of units here. They also have, look how many settlers they have. They're just trying to find a spot. This is why I'm thinking that Europe is going to just rush over towards the east as soon as they discover what is over there. The problem is, will Germany ever discover what, all the lands that, that are held in their west, I mean. So in the west of North America and South America, will they ever discover that? That's the thing. So how is Persia doing? Persia's still going strong. However, how's their actually, you know what? India does have their Indian war elephants. Be careful of those. They have 4 cities. We have China probably going to take this Siamese city. Which means that they would probably be in a perfect area. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, China's now expanding towards, you're getting close. You're definitely going to cause tensions between yourself and India. Whoa. And yeah, you're pretty much going to get like modern-day China almost. I think you need to take a few more cities from Mongolia to really, yeah, you definitely need to, but I don't know, we'll see. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on with this map. I can't even just focus on anything. First of all, how is this war going? Denmark is holding them off. Oh man, if you're rooting for Denmark, I know there are a few of you that are. You got to be hoping right now that you just get lucky and get out of this war. It's possible. Looks like some of them, yeah, they're going around Sigtuna from Sweden and trying to reinforce some of their cities up north here. But if they lose these cities, you can almost count them out of the game. Almost. I mean, I guess Copenhagen is one of the only civs that do have access to North America. as well as France, England, the Celts, and Spain. They also have access to North America. Actually, technically, Portugal does too. We could still see Portugal very dominant. I mean, who's going to take this one city? This one, their new capital. Yeah, it's on one tile. It's not going to be the best capital ever, but still, they might still be a super powerhouse in terms of colonization. And I believe I'm very poor at this region. I'm not sure exactly what this island is called, but I believe it's either Spain or Portugal that had control over this island just off the western coast of Africa. I can't believe it. I can't remember if it's Spain or Portugal that used. I think it's this island, or maybe it's this one. I'm not entirely sure, but I know at some point in history they had control over these islands just west of Africa. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so Catherine has entered the medieval era. So has Harun al-Rashid. We've got Korea enhancing their religion. Everyone's enhancing their religion. Okay, so Ethiopia has built the Chichen Itza. Ethiopia's built the Chichen Itza. That's important because if it was Persia, then Persia would be looking really strong. Even though they're in the middle of, wars. Okay, Assyria still isn't settled. There's no excuse right now. There's really no excuse for those civs to be around. I think there's just a bug. I think there's just a bug that maybe it's because it's a mod that starting settler isn't supposed to move. More than likely, that's what it is. But maybe that's why we didn't see the AI try as hard, like the Venetian AI and the Netherlands AI. Damn it, you guys. Damn it. I don't even know what to tell you. Okay, how is India doing? India's now starting to finally bring over their war elephants. Well, that's good for them. It looks like Persia's reinforcing their borders. I mean, these are two capitals going after it. Oh, yes, and we have Babylonian bowmen. That's a little bit scary. What are the Huns doing? Oh, and Athens is going to drop. Yep, you cannot... Oh my gosh, Carthage is going to be so strong. Carthage is really up and down here. I've talked about... I really thought that Carthage was going to be really powerful in the AI-only game in Europe, but they turned out to be okay. This is going to be a different game, though. Yeah, they lost a city in kind of to the Zulu, but that doesn't really matter. They're still going strong. Yeah, they lost one city. That doesn't matter. That was a very small city as it is. Carthage is going to be very, very strong, especially if they make a landing in Athens, in modern-day Greece. Let's see if they take it here. I think they might. Uh-oh, there it goes. So Siam did lose that city. So China has now kicked out Siam. Anything else that's going to happen? Oh, but Siam's going to try to take it back. I didn't even see the Siamese Navy. Wow, Siam is really, really kind of lagging it in terms of Navy, aren't they? Just because, I mean, we're looking at Europe and we're seeing a lot of these. Maybe it's because we're seeing a lot of unique units in Europe already. Indonesia's finally settled their second city. It's about time. I mean, I was not about to help. Some people wanted me to help Indonesia. It's like, what? No, Indonesia's not. They don't need help. They're perfectly okay. So, and Japan, I believe, is discovered. Oh no, we saw Korea discovering Australia a little bit earlier. There's no excuse for Indonesia. They should have already had like 4 or 5 cities down. The Indonesian AI does tend to do that. I've noticed that in a lot of these games, these True Start games. I don't even know why. I think that they don't rush optics fast enough. I think that's the problem. That should be something that they prioritize, but the AI is not sure. They don't really know. So that does kind of make things complicated. There goes French units moving around. Carthage, will you take the city? No, but Rome looks like they're going to go for northern Africa here. Maybe settle up here, just north of Thebes. How's the Persian War going? Okay, not bad. Byzantium also has a settler, I think, going for, yep, Greece lost its capital. There goes Greece. So we have our first civ, I think. No, not our first civ. This is our second civ that's actually been destroyed by battle. That's Athens. I'm sorry, Greece. Figures. I mean, that's... I figured that most of the civs that are destroyed are going to be from Europe, obviously, because a lot of them are playing the One City Challenge game. There's just so many European civs located within this kind of smaller region. But that's what makes it exciting. So Carthage is a powerhouse. France is a powerhouse. I think the Ottomans are a powerhouse, but they've got to use their army. They've got to actually use their army. The Huns are strong, but they get weaker and weaker every turn that goes by. If they don't declare war and start grabbing cities, then their war efforts against Catherine is going to be for nothing because the Huns tend to really not do so well in the middle to late game. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.